Hey guys, Adriana Jimenez, joined here with Golden Boys Promotions' very own president, Eric Gomez. Eric, it's great to see you.
Thank you, likewise.
Very exciting fight here with Virgil Ortiz and Antonio Orozco.
Yes, it is.
August 10th can't come soon enough. What kind of fireworks are you expecting with this rising talent and this title contender going head to head?
Well, for me, we've done these type of fights before. It's always tough when they're from the same stable, from Golden Boy. They're represented by Golden Boy, but it's a little bit of a crossroads fight. Virgil's the prospect. He wants to be considered a contender now. He has to have these type of fights and win them convincingly so that he can get to the next stage. And with Orozco, what can I say? I mean, he always brings it. He makes very good fights. He just barely lost a chance to win the title, so he wants to redeem himself. He wants to prove that he belongs and that he deserves another chance at a world title.
Obviously, these both fighters are coming in hungry. They have a lot to prove in this fight, a lot at stake. What does a win for each fighter do for their career?
It gets them to the next level. For Virgil, he probably cracks the top 10 in the world, and he's ready to challenge any of the top contenders so that he can be able to get in position for a world title. For Orozco, he'll be available for a world title again. He can fight any of the champions out there. So that's what's important. That's what's at stake for this fight. So there's a lot at stake, and again, they're both Mexican Americans, so they're going to bring a lot of fire, a lot of heart to the fight.
Basically, this fight elevates them for a world title shot, almost guaranteed. I mean,
For Orozco, in many ways, yes. He's the veteran fighter in the fight, even though he's still young. But for Virgil, it just gets him to that next level. Depending on the performance, I wouldn't say that he's ready for a world title yet, but he'll be a couple of steps away.
I know that I talked to Virgil on his previous fight against Mauricio Herrera. A lot of people were expecting maybe even a tougher fight for him, but he passed that test with flying colors. What did you see from Virgil in that last fight?
I mean, what I've seen from Virgil in the last 5 fights, I mean, he's passed every test. He's won every fight by knockout with flying colors. So this kind of fight is a tough fight because it's a guy that can take a punch. It's a guy that's been knocked down and he gets up again. We'll see what he can do in the deep waters. If he can get to that 8th round, 9th round, 10th round. We haven't seen Virgil yet there. So I would like to see him in a fight where he goes the distance before he fights for a world title fight. So we'll see what happens.
Something that he told me leading up to the Mauricio Herrera fight was that his dream fight is to fight against Errol Spence, that both come from the same hometown. How realistic is that in the future to see a fight between Virgil Ortiz and Errol Spence?
It's very realistic. Why not? I mean, all these kids, they all have dreams. They all have a target. His target's Errol Spence. Why not? Why not? He's got every ability in the world, and I think that the fans would really get behind it.
And if I could just lastly get your opinion, when we look at his weight, fighting at either 140, 147, there's always so many fighters available. A fight that's coming up, I'd like to get your thoughts on Manny Pacquiao versus Keith Thurman. How do you see that fight?
You know what? That's a very good fight. It's a very good fight. I would have to give the edge to Manny Pacquiao. I just think that, with Keith Thurman, he just hasn't fought often enough. He hasn't fought often enough. He's been injured a lot. And with Manny, Manny's looked better than ever. I mean, what he did with Matisse was incredible. What he did with Broner, fought a younger guy, and Broner hardly touched him. So, not to take away from Keith Thurman, he's a great champion. But I just feel that Manny's gonna have the edge in this fight.
Well, we'll see what happens there, but what we're also waiting to see what's going to happen is with Canelo. Of course, is he going to fight in September? Is there any update that you can tell me? Because we hear a lot of names being thrown around from 160 to 175, September, different locations. Is there any information you can share with me?
No, I can't really comment at this time on Canelo. There's a lot of moving pieces. There's a lot of things we're working on. There's a few options we have. All I can say is that, look, he can fight any of the top guys from 160 to 175, and he's willing to fight the top guys. So, we'll see. We'll see who comes around, but there's a lot of discussions we're having behind the scenes. But I'll be more than happy to speak to you when we get it done.
You're more than happy to break the news to me.
Yes, no problem. Yes.
All right, Eric, thank you so much for your time. We look forward to finding out what happens with Canelo and, of course, this fight on August 10th. We can't wait.
And happy 4th of July.
Thank you. You too.